Yo, Guido, coming at you with a tactics talk today. We got Redcoat from Clan Babbins in a tank that's kind of forgotten. Also, I had forgotten that it has a 3D style. That's actually pretty cool. This is the Object 274 Alpha. It's a fairly recent Russian premium medium tank. And I was fairly high on this when I, so to speak, let's rephrase that. I gave this a favorable opinion when I did my review on it. I'll have to go take a look exactly on how favorable, but I really thought it would kind of turn out to be one of the more popular mediums, and it really hasn't. But we have a nice game here from Redcoat, and I don't know if it's just because it's overshadowed by better tanks, or maybe it's just not as good as I thought it was. It seemed to have more or less everything that you would want in a Soviet kind of hover medium tank. But it's maybe not as agile, potentially, as the T-44 is. You got things like that, the Type 59, which has preferential matchmaking, so maybe just overall kind of overshadowed by the rest of the stablemates. But we are going to have a really nice little game here from Redcoat. Shout out to the Babbins guys. Puts another shot into that guy. And he's getting some decent bounces, which is kind of the thing about this tank. It's got some pretty okay armor. I think that's the best you can say about it. Pretty okay-ish armor. He guns down this. He guns down the Type pretty quickly. Looks like he's going to try from some sneaky, cheeky shots onto the IS-6. This is an interesting position. I don't normally go here, and he is being aided quite a bit by the FL-10 Corpse. So I don't know if maybe he would stay there as long without that right there, giving him a little bit more armor. Now there's the guy that's probably lighting him a lot. Long aiming time on this thing. It is one of the knocks against it. Just take a while for it to zoom in. Pretty good stack of guys off to his right. They should be, looks like they are pushing around, causing some issues to the guys in the northeast corner. Looks like the other Type's about to die. In fact, right here it looks like. There he goes. Although we've lost everything over on the west side of the map. So we've won the east, lost the west, and they continue to push. And let's see how Redcoat handles all this, because he is definitely in danger of having guys push around. There is a Lanson back there to give them a little bit of warning. But if he gets seen, that guy won't last very long. And it looks like the Hawk is smart enough to bail. Then we've got an IS-6 making a runner. He gets tracked, so that's going to help Redcoat take at least one shot, maybe two. Now he's going to sneak around that building. Oh, there's also another guy running. No shots there. It looks like the enemy team isn't really pushing in, and it appears that they're doing the right thing and coming back to defend. So far, nobody has showed up to challenge the, oh, what is it back there? Lanson, that's hanging out in the south. Here comes the Turtle. So now there's a few filtering through. Looks like the T-77's moved into the middle of the map. Turtle's kind of pushing towards a Lanson, and it looks like Redcoat's going to go back and farm noobs. I haven't seen this. I don't know what happens, but that's my assumption. Maybe go to the middle and kind of start locking guys down, but ooh, he takes a hit from a Lorraine. Definitely wants to hide. Ouch, too. Boy, that's pretty amazing. That guy got 2 shots off through all those buildings. Holy cow. Didn't really want to lose those hit points. Not a great position now, so he is kind of in a spotting position for his team. But it looks like he wants to fall back, and I think that's a smart move. Just get away. Go dark. Go somewhere else. And he's moving back towards guarding the cap. Unfortunately, a couple of his teammates have pushed into their cap, and they have already shown that they want to go back and defend. So don't really want to push into the purple cap until you can come back here and kill off any of their aggressive tanks and players. Not quite clear to get behind the bush. Oh, he's going to come out sitting out. The guy sneaks around. We're going to sneak one on this guy? Maybe. Ooh, very nice. And he dies. Look at that. Look at that. Renegade takes that guy down. That was a good kill. That's a tough tank. Lanson's still hanging out. We're going to move around this way. 4202 could definitely be in the forest there in the southwest corner of the map. So he was already kind of headed that way, and that's going to be a tough one to push into. He's also got pretty good pen and a lot of depression and a good turret, so that's a tough tank to dig out of this spot. If that's indeed where he went. Oh, that guy's made a big mistake. He's just out there in the open. He knows it now, trying to get away. Gets hit. Making a runner. We do not take that shot. I was thinking maybe he would. So the push into the enemy cap has been defeated. That's what happens, guys. Don't do that. Do what Redcoat is doing. This is a great move. He's got some snipers coming back. It's like the Mutts, the Renegade, maybe even the Pantera to some extent, although he's pretty far away. Not in draw distance to most of the things that Redcoat's going to see. Still curious where that 4202 is. Cautiously moving through. He's probably worried about that guy too. Oh, found him. Look at that. Really nicely done right there. Guy doesn't see him, but he knows he's spotted. You can see he moved his turret right that way. He knows exactly the direction that he got spotted from. So he has to be a little bit worried himself, because it looks like from the spots of the enemy team that he's now a little bit overextended. Right? So he pushed over there to push into the enemy cap without a whole lot of support, and now he's getting spotted and beat up on. Very nice. Looks like at least a double or triple tap, and that guy goes down. And that's why, right there, that's exactly why you don't push into caps that are defended. You get spotted, and there's so many different directions usually that you can be shot from. No support, nobody there. Even if you get spots, there's nobody even on your team there to help you out. He should have bailed out of that a long time ago. Additionally, obviously, his cap was threatened as well. This is pretty classic. A good portion of the purple team went back. Not many of the green team went back, but both teams lost a few important tanks who were attempting to push into defended caps. Nice close game. We're at 9-9. Not a huge hit point advantage, at least from what we can see. Autoloaders galore. I mean, there's a G-SOAR, a Lorraine, a T-77. And it looks like Redcoat's team is just rocking a Pantera. So they have to be very careful not to let those autoloaders have a bunch of shots at people, because they can really shut a large number of hit points down quickly. So the 40T nukes the 4202. And now I'd say we're kind of in a losing position based on tanks and positioning. One of the bigger problems is somebody going to come around to the east and take out the Pantera? It looks like he's just going to accept this and get his shot. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There we go. Alright, so we get one into him. That's good. That brings him down to a 2 or 3 shots. Somebody else nails him. He's at 500, but now we're spotted. The G-SOAR moved up, took the spot. The T-77's in the middle with decent hit points. Not great, but decent. Looks like Redcoat's going to be a bit aggressive maybe here and look for shots potentially on the G-SOAR. But a G-SOAR hit and a 34-3 hit, and he's out of the game. Hit and pen, anyway. Looking around for shots. Where is that guy? He's got to be right here. Did he actually bail out of that area? He must have. Looks like he did. Looks like he went through to the... Nope. Okay, he was hugging the edge. Takes a shot on the way and eats one going, but does not get pinned, and then a miss. Oh, 4,154 damage, 521 assists. Kind of a dangerous move. What he has done here is he's created a different angle. Unfortunately, I'd be worried about something hitting me from the north, or even from the hill over there. Can he use that bush? Maybe he knew that bush was there. Can he use it? Oh, no, he can't. He got spotted by somebody behind him. 34-3 fell back. And we're kind of trapped here now, relying really on his own team to create some opportunities to shoot, so that he's not the sole focus. Where did that... Oh, there he is. No, it was a Mutts. Very nice. Initially, I thought that was a 34-3, and he was going to try to shoot into the turret, but he actually hit the Mutts. This is still a quite exposed position. It is not a great spot to be in right here. The Renegade's sort of closing in on the G-SOAR. Now, there you go. So they make a move. G-SOAR gets a kill. Oh, man, he misses. That hurt. That hurt, but potentially the G-SOAR will be being shut down by the Renegade and maybe some help. Although he's still alive somehow, and then he goes dark. Oh my gosh. I'm really feeling like if the enemy team was any kind of aggressive right now, this might be over. But there's some pretty low hit points. Side scrapes out. Nobody shoots. They know he's still there. He can't really get out of this position. That's unfortunate. About 4,500 damage. Maybe he's thinking about a way to get out of here. How that G-Sword's still alive, I do not know. He must be behind. He can't be behind anything. There we go. They finally get him dead. Redcoat makes a move, moves to this next building. Probably a more useful building. Alright, so it looks like the 34-3 is working his way around and trying to figure out a way to maybe get rid of Redcoat. Pantera's on full hit points. And it looks like Redcoat wants to bail out. And this is going to work, it looks like. Very nice. Yeah, he probably wanted to get out of there a little sooner. Looked for a few shots, but was really locked down. That's a nice move right there. That will really throw enemy teams off, especially if you're not seen to be leaving. His last light will still be over there behind those buildings until he gets lit again. So at least for the moment, he's a wild card they're not aware of and will have a harder time taking into account, essentially. So he's backing up the Pantera. We've got a 3v4 right now. Where on earth is the Hawk? I would really start getting worried about the Hawk right now. Because he could have easily moved down the 9 or 0 column and start coming up behind these guys. Looks like maybe Redcoat... Ooh, knocked a tree down. Looks like he's potentially moving across to there to maybe see if he can find the Hawk, or even if there's somebody else. Maybe making a move. This is nice because he's going to show up in a completely different position than he was. The last place he was lit. Nope, he's lit now. So now they know he's made the move. I would suspect that's the Hawk somewhere in these bushes up here. Or maybe in the middle, potentially. Oh, that's aggressive. That is aggressive. It's hard to know if he's lit or not. He could have been seen from the middle hill. That's possible. Nope, there's a guy right in front of him. There it is. The mutts. Alright, so it wasn't the Hawk, or maybe it was the Hawk and the mutts. He definitely needs to put some buildings between himself and the rest of the enemy there. There, that's a better position right there for sure. We've got a minute 56 left. This is feeling like maybe a draw. Mutts takes another hit, a bounce. There's that armor. We're just face hugging and we nuke this guy. So we got a minute 42 left. The Hawk, he must be camping up there on the hill in a bush or something. Nobody came to support the Mutts' move, unfortunately for him. More than likely, Redcoat loses if somebody had supported the Mutts' move around that corner. So we hit the help tab. I think the Renegade is maybe locked down. He might not be able to get out of there based on the sight lines from the middle. And it looks like Redcoat is going to fall back to the cap. This is probably a good move. There's only 2 of them. It's getting close to the end of the game, so if the enemy team has any kind of desire to win, they probably need to push towards the cap. Try to find these guys, and he gets lit going in. There's the Hawk. Alright, so the Hawk's over there. He's trying to get away. Can't, because the Renegade gets him. And Redcoat, instead of... I thought he was just going to go. A little side scrape, just in case one of them is up there. Doesn't take a hit. I like this. He's actually looking for them. 4,842, 844. He gets lit again. Man, he spent a lot of time. Lit by people he couldn't see. Use the direction indicator. I like this. You can see that he's moving in behind this building to cover his approach. And he gets hit by the Lorraine. The Lorraine goes down to the Renegade, who's making a move at the same time. And we have 15 seconds to find a near-dead T-34-3. 11. There he is. He gets a hit. We repair. A 34-3 has a long reload cycle, and we shoot him on the way in for 4,957. I think there's another hit in there. I think this is above 5,000. I could be wrong. 844 assists with 5 kills in a last second. 3 seconds left on the clock. Nicely done. Closed it out. Nice. Nice close match. Those are the ones that are a lot of fun. Get the the adrenaline going and all that stuff. Well done. Thanks for sending it in. And that's a tank you don't see a lot of out there. I happen to like it quite a bit. I did okay in it, not amazing. I think it was probably not quite as good as I thought it was going to be during my whatever it is review that I did. But it's not bad. It's not bad. Cool. That's all I've got. Thanks for sending that. We will see ya.